Hi, I'm Georgia from The Glamorous Life. Welcome to my very first video tutorial. I have never posted a video tutorial on my blog before, so this will be a first, so let me know if you like it, if you want me to do more, if you want me to stick to regular posting. I'd love your feedback. Today I'm going to be doing a video tutorial on how to create loose curls, Victoria's Secret style. I do have naturally curly hair and I get a similar effect naturally, but sometimes my hair just doesn't want to cooperate, or sometimes I just want to style it like this if I'm going out or whatever. So this is how I do it. It's basically the only type of curling I do to my hair. So basically I've got my hair's been washed and I've just gone through firstly applied some Moroccan oil to damp hair, so about like a 10-cent piece amount is fine for my hair, which there's actually quite a lot of it, so don't go too overboard. I've just put it through starting at the ends, and then any excess you can kind of, smooth out that top bit if you find that you need to. Definitely don't start it at your roots because your roots will look way too greasy and you don't want that. So then gone through, sectioned it off, blow dried every section. Some of you might not need to section your hair if you don't have that much hair, but otherwise my hair just doesn't dry. So I sectioned it off, get it really dry, making sure especially the roots are dry. I find on me anyway they take the longest to dry, so I really make sure that they're thoroughly done. My hair's naturally curly, as I said before. So the blow drying has got rid of like a lot of the curl. I mean, there's still kinks in it, which it's fine. My hair's always like this when I curl it, and I always get good results. So don't worry if you've got a little bit of kink in it, or if it's dead straight, it's fine. Again, if you have hair naturally with like just a little bit of wave in it, and you don't need to blow dry it, then don't blow dry it because it's just damaging your hair more than you need to. So just work with what you've got. So to start off, just going to grab my straightener. So basically start off with my straightener, and I get any of those bits that I want to always be straightened. So like under here, I hate it when it's got like crinkly bits in there, so I just go and straighten that out. And my fringe is always straight, so I just do that and get it how I want it, because I'm not going to even touch it anymore with the curler or anything. And that's fine how it is. So I've got all that done, and then this is where the curler comes in. This is the exciting bit. So what I use, it's a Babyliss Conical curler. They don't have the clamp thing. It takes a little while to get used to if you're used to using the clamp, but I actually find it a lot easier, and you don't get like those clamp marks in your hair. And also it's thicker obviously down the bottom, so if you want your hair like bigger curls, like keep it mainly down the bottom. If you want smaller curls, keep it at the top. The tip here doesn't get hot, so you can hold on to that. It's got like a little, you can see like the material changes, like a plasticky thing. It's obviously heat resistant, so it's really good. I mean occasionally I've like burnt my fingers a little bit on it, but generally I'm fine with it. So and you've got, I think there's about 25 settings on this. I have it on quite high because I have lots of hair, and I like to put lots of hair into each curl. So for it to work, I like to have it a little bit hotter. If you've got finer hair, don't put it that hot. As I said before, you don't want to damage your hair any more than you need to. So the first thing I do, I just basically roughly split it into two bits. Don't be too fussy because it's all gonna like blend together in the end anyway. So yeah, just split it, and then basically I start from the bottom. So with my hair, and this depends on like how thick your hair is as to how much you can fit in each curl. My hair, it's fine, but there's like lots of it, so I find that I get away with 3 curls to get one side done, so 6 altogether. So basically I split that from the ear. I've just pinned back the rest of the hair there. And I get this, and I'm just going to comb it through with my fingers so it's not knotty at all. And then I start from the back. I always curl away from the face. I just like the look of it better. It really depends on what look you're after, but I just think that it's a little bit more Victoria's Secret style. I leave like the tail out and then just wrap that round at the end, so I'll try and show you in the next curl. But then I just put my hand on it and see how hot it feels, and then that's how I judge when to take it off. So when I can feel that like the whole lot of it's fairly hot, once you've done that, you just basically take the curler out and you get like a pretty manky looking curl, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect at the moment because we're gonna like kind of brush it through later. I don't know if you saw, but I bent my finger a little bit just then. It's because I'm actually doing it into my photo booth, not into a mirror, so it's a little bit harder. So the next bit, so I have layers. So the next bit I do is I kind of separate my layers because it's better to have all the hairs that you're curling the same length. Otherwise you'll find that you curl it and like the longer bits the shorter bits, sorry, will fall out. So I basically get my layers and pin them back, fingers, and then I start like about here, so you can see I've got all this tail that hasn't been wrapped. I basically put that behind and then I chuck my thumb over that, so I'm holding it in place, and you can just keep rolling it, making sure you've always got hold of that tail. That's what's basically keeping it from falling off the curling wand. Curling all the way as close as you can without burning yourself, and then I'm just grabbing this little tail and just wrapping that around last, and then same thing, just holding that curl together, and you can pull the wand straight out. It's got like a nice coating so it doesn't get stuck in your hair or anything, like it's I don't know, maybe it's like a ceramic, but it's not like your metally coating, so it really does glide through the hair really beautifully. So that one fell out, and what I've done, I'm just going to twist those two together just so the curls sit kind of in the same. It's 7 o'clock. Sorry. My computer tells me the time. And same thing, holding that tail behind, wrapping it all the way up the hair. So just holding that there, waiting for it all to heat up, making sure that the bottom's hot, it's hot all the way up. And then again, easy, just taking the curler out, and you can see you've got that curl there. And I'm going to do the same thing, so wrapping all those curls together. So I'm moving on to the next side. Again, I'm just going to separate it around the ear level there, so I have a nice amount of hair to curl. Pinning back this so it doesn't get in the way. Our curler. It's a little bit harder on this side, just because I know I'm right-handed and it's just a little bit awkward. But same thing. Leaving a little bit of excess on the end, and then wrapping that last, just so your hair doesn't fall off the curler. So take that out. And then, so I've just really never used brushes because it just goes like real frizzy. So I just comb it with my hands. I think it kind of makes the curls look a little bit shinier too. Like, I don't know, brush, if it gets static or something, just my hair just looks, I don't know, not as healthy. So that's a little bit messy, that's fine. So you can see I kind of like bodged, is that the right word? Like, yeah, I did like a bodge job on that curl, like the top bit isn't really wrapped around properly, but it's not a really big deal because, well, in my hair anyway, because I've got so much hair that's going to cover that bit anyway, that it'll still look decent, hopefully. So making sure the whole curl is nice and warm. Making sure that tail is curled. So that can sometimes be a little bit hard. You just got to get used to, just keep pushing it around so you get a nice curl. Pulling the curler out. And then same as on the other side, wrapping those curls both together like so. And then, so I've got the last little bit here. This is actually quite hard, like not doing it into a proper mirror. Bit of a challenge. Probably should have found another mirror, but that's okay. So I've got this last bit that I can probably do in one if it's gonna work. So wrapping that So this is what happens like when you get different lengths. You might be able to see some of the hairs are falling out a little bit, which is very annoying. Yeah, so try and get them in if you can. If you can't, don't worry, you can go back and just do like a quick little fix up on them later. Generally, it's not too much to stress about, so it feels hot enough. And you've got the one might look a little bit funny because it's in short hair. That's fine, it'll turn out fine. Just curling that. Alright, and then, I mean, I normally, like if I want to put maybe like a little bit of a curl in here, I normally wait until I undo all this so I can kind of judge it and see if I want to put another curl in there. So yeah, wrapping that all up together. Hello Jazzy, my little doggy just came in. Okay, so this side is already cooled. So what I do from here, I basically just don't worry about being rough with it. I just basically get my fingers in there and just rough it all out. So you're separating all those curls, so you haven't got just like, you know, one curl stuck together anymore. You've got like, they look like they've all been done separately. So it's really hard for me to see if this looks alright. Yeah, fluff it up as much as you want. Get a lot of volume in there. It's a type of curls that look great if you've got a lot of volume. Feel free to use like volumizing spray before you do it. Normally I'd probably wait a little bit longer for this to cool. It's a little bit warm, but that's okay. I'll just get it out now. My hair does hold curls very well. So if you find that your hair always drops, then maybe put some hairspray in after you've unrolled them all. Just because I don't like doing it like before I curl. It just gets too messy and sticky and it goes like all hard, and I find it's a little bit harder to separate, and I think it doesn't look as natural. So I'd probably do like hairspray now if you needed it, or maybe you have some like, I don't know, like a wax product you might want to put in here if you want more volume. Like I do get my fair share of volume, so I don't really need that. But yeah, basically that's the finished result. Like it's actually doesn't look too like fake, like it doesn't look like, I don't know, like if you do curls that look kind of like a poodle, I don't know. So I'll show you the back. So hopefully it looks alright, I can't see it. But yeah, that's the end result. So it's a little bit straighter at the top and then just some nice loose curls down the bottom. Obviously maybe if your hair's a bit shorter, you might want to not do too tighter curls because you will get that poodle look, so you might just want to do like soft waves kind of thing, in which case you can just turn your curler down a few, like down to like a cooler temperature. It's like, what was I saying? Turn down to a cooler temperature and maybe don't hold it into place as long. So I might also try and take a few photos of my hair if I look decent, so you can see the end result in photos because it's not very detailed on the camera. So yeah, hope you enjoyed my tutorial. Hope I didn't sound like too much of a weirdo, and yeah, let me know what you think of the tutorial and have a go and see if this works for you.